This approach really will blow your coordination wide open. And this is a specific concrete method that you can apply to everything that you're already practicing right now. I'll show you exactly what I'm talking about, how to master this step by step, and how learning this will help every area of your playing as well. You can do this. I love this because it's really simple, and our premise for today is you can take grooves that you already know. These might be grooves you've been playing for years, grooves that you already know, and add this one new element to them that will completely change the way you play them and will greatly increase your coordination. What we're doing here is we're adding a layer of challenge just by adding in the left foot. We'll start with a basic groove, just the most basic groove there is, and we'll start adding in some left foot stuff here. You'll see what I'm talking about. The first thing we're going to do is add left foot on 2 and 4. So every time we hit the snare, so this is our basic beat, we're hitting the snare, we're closing the hi-hat. And then we're going to start closing the hi-hat on every beat. So it's not just on 2 and 4, but it's on 1 and 3 also. Then we'll shift it to the ands. So that same basic beat, but we're playing left foot hi-hat on the ands. So at that point, we've got a basic beat, but it's gotten a lot tougher because of what we're adding in here on the left foot. And by the way, you can download the PDF attachment that's like sums up this whole lesson and everything's outlined. You can see the exact steps to follow. The grooves that I played as examples, those are written out there for you to see too. So it's nice and clear. I definitely don't want to leave you hanging. So with something tangible and physical like that in front of your face, you know exactly what to work on, and there's no reason not to be able to accomplish something great with your left foot this week. But what's cool is then you can add the same thing to other more complex grooves that maybe you already know pretty well. So I'm going to make up one here and we'll apply that same thing to this new groove. So you might be at this point like, Steven, this is all easy for you to say, but getting from point A, where maybe you've got a cool groove together, to point B, where suddenly you're playing left foot hi-hat with that groove, bridging that gap between those might not be so easy. But that's why I say work this in steps, adding in left foot on 2 and 4, then quarter notes, and then moving it to the ands. I know that seems really weird and it seems very challenging, but the truth is you just have to sit down and do this and practice it a little bit every day. Always know that you are capable of far more coordination, especially applying to your left foot, than you think you are. So don't put yourself into a box where you think that because working this left foot stuff up is going to be tough, you end up not working on it. That's no good. You're not going to get anywhere if you've given up before you started. It takes some time, and you got to work on this a little bit every day and work on hi-hat 2 and 4 for a couple weeks, and then work on the quarters and work on the ands and work your way there. This doesn't happen overnight. It didn't happen overnight for me, and I had to practice this a lot, but it pays off. And so the truth is, you're capable of doing this. You've just got to take the time and the patience to get it down. So you can do this, practice it, you'll get it. But now, why is all of this worth learning? Like, why is this worth your time? Because you can also kind of be on the fence about it and be like, okay, this is cool and all, but I've gotten by playing with X cover band for years, and I've never really used my left foot that much. The thing is, a lot of drummers do go a long way, even in their playing, not really doing a lot with their left foot. And maybe that's okay. Maybe you even do the Keith Moon and play without a hi-hat. But you're missing a lot. You're missing out on a lot of potential opportunity over here, because if you work up your left foot, that really opens up your coordination and your musical playing ability a lot. For one thing, improving your coordination is always a great thing as a drummer, because we have to think about a lot of things as we're playing a gig. Maybe we're playing with a band, and we've got to think about how the song goes. We've got to listen to the melody. We've got to pay attention to signals from the lead singer or the MD. Maybe we're listening to the bass player. We're thinking about how to mix ourselves. There are all these things that you got to worry about. Well, hopefully not worry about, because the more you do these things, the less worrying there is and the more natural it becomes. But in order for it to become natural, there has to be a level of technical coordination on the kit so that you're not having to think about coordinating things. That's happening naturally, so that then you can think about other things. Basically, get your coordination together so you can think about being musical and not have to worry about coordination. So that's a huge reason to work that left foot up. But it also opens up the possibilities of like playing a whole host of new things. Like we could take some of those grooves we were doing a minute ago, where we're adding in the left foot on the beats and the ands and whatnot, and we can put our right hand on the hi-hat, and what happens is we end up playing some open notes in the process. I'll show you what I mean with just the basic groove first. And so you have the capability at that point to start adding in more interesting hi-hat things like open note cuts and just really cool sounding open notes, because you've got your left foot confidently speaking with your hands. If you've got your left foot talking with the rest of your limbs, then you can coordinate this stuff, because your left foot has to work in conjunction with your hands in order to pull off that hi-hat stuff. And so if you're wanting to improve your hi-hat playing, as far as up here goes with your hands, well, improving your left foot is the way to do that. And so that's the huge immediate benefit to just working on this left foot stuff. But also from a more basic standpoint, when you can keep time with your left foot during grooves and get to where you can keep time here no matter what you're playing here, well, that can help glue things together, glue your grooves together, and help the band, especially a singer, hear exactly where you're at. If I were playing something sparse on the toms, like kind of an interesting syncopated type of groove, I'll show you something here, but maybe I keep some timekeeping going on my left foot, it makes it easier to follow. So it's one of those practical things that helps out the singer. We always want to help out a vocalist on a gig, and so that's a really useful thing to be able to do. And it all starts with coordinating your left foot with your grooves. So go practice this. And most importantly, be patient with yourself. Be easy on yourself, because this is not easy the first time. Nothing worth doing on the drums, nothing worth learning on the drums is going to be easy the first time. All of the things that pay off the most and some of the most useful, great skills to have on the drums are things that don't happen overnight. They take time, they take patience. But I believe that anyone is more capable of doing these things on the drums than they think they are. A lot of times you see a great drummer play something cool and you're like, man, I can never do that. But that's only because you don't know the steps to get there. And so hopefully what I've shown you today are some clear steps to get from a point A to a point B. And so hopefully these steps will definitely clarify things for you, show you exactly what to work on in your practicing. So go download the PDF, follow that, you can do this. Thanks for watching, everyone. Let's be non-glamorous together.